saddle up or something. It's crypto o'clock.
Wandering these pixel prairies, hunting Bitcoin ghosts. Double dips and bull traps, who even knows? Who knows? Stumbled on Road Dawg's den, charts glowing dim, nightly at 10:30 where the weirdos swim. Harmonics whispering secrets, risk game so quaint. Meme coins leaping fences in this digital paint. Bitcoin and Jesus croons from the speakers low. All coins whimpering softly, putting on a show. So poke that like if you're bored, join the dog parade. Super chat your nonsense, make the chat cascade. Number up for the shimmer, alpha drip so slow. Subscribe or don't, whatever, let the boredom go. Rounding up the oddballs in this crypto charade. Road Dawg Crypto, yeah, where plans get unmade. Plans unmade. Tunes like Buy Me a Vet, dripping honey sweet. Road and keyboard are twirling on Solana Street. Chart school doodle signs, giggles in the grind. Rents on governments fading, chats on weed unwind. Mystical mumbo jumbo flare that's half asleep. Degens and misfits clustering secrets they don't keep. Why hover on the edge, super chat your plea. Remember keys to nowhere, join the apathy. Like spark a tiny flame, crowd swell so mild in this dark days. Round up, feel vaguely beguiled. Poke that like if you're bored, join the dog parade. Super chat your nonsense, make the chat cascade. Member up for the shimmer, alpha drip so slow. Subscribe or don't, whatever, let the boredom go. Rounding up the oddballs. Yeah, Road Dawg or something. Echoey laugh.
It's astounding, markets fleeting, madness takes its toll. But listen closely, not for very much longer. I've gotta keep control, or by the dip you know. Dip it. Orbit.
I was chasing highs, just having a trade, when a bull of a coin gave me that pump parade. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He led me this way,
And he led me that way.
really quite absurd. Me a crypto bird, Satoshi's calling, having the night. FOMO's dancing, turning wrong to right.
Being on right.
It's just a hard L to the left, and then a FOMO step to the right. Crowd sway with your wallet trust that really drives you insane. Let's do the Bitcoin warp again. It's so encouraging, it's so seductive, it's so delicious. Moonshot me, baby. Let's do the Bitcoin warp again. Full frenzy roar.
Rocket, what's our moonshot?
Well, I was mining blocks just to having a thing, when the fork of a guy gave me an evil wink. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He led me this way, he led me that way. Through the blockchain maze in a bearish haze. Rug pulls twisting, but we twist back twice. Pump and dump, party, roll the dice.
Shatter on dice.
It's just a hold L to the left, and then a FOMO step to the right. Wildest way with your wallet trust that really drives you insane. Let's do the Bitcoin warp again. It's so encouraging, it's so seductive, it's so delicious. Moonshot me, baby. Do the Bitcoin warp again. Infinite road.
Let's do the Bitcoin warp again.
Warp again. Infinite roar.
Let's do the Bitcoin warp again.
In blockchain.
Blockchain.
Satoshi's fleet.
pockets glitching. Markets twitching. Feel the
Bill roar begin.
Bitcoin warp again, eternal chain, on the left, FOMO right, wallet thrust, let's warp again, eternal chain, on the left, FOMO right, wallet thrust, let's
Woke up to a green candle. Thought it was Christmas morn. Check my phone at the bus stop. Portfolio reborn. Mom said, put it in premium bond. I said, Mom, you're adorable. Now I'm refreshing chalks in the loo. Feeling deplorable. Yeah, brilliant. They said, just hold still, darling. The moon is on its way. But the moon's got a mortgage and it's late on the pay. 'Cause the bull run is a fairy tale. Once upon a time, then they rang the closing bell. Big hands in the castle, small hands in the well. The bull run is a fairy tale. Go
Hey, do you know that works for the keyboard too? You do the test 1, 2 thing. Yeah, I just figured that out, hubby.
You're an idiot.
You're mean.
September used
I'll
to
do it again.
sparkle. October wore the crown. November brought the gray.
Yeah, it works. It works.
December
Look right
wrote
there.
it down. Now every month's a
That's the microphone, son.
guillotine. The
That's your
charts
job.
are painted red.
Oh, correct.
The wheels are doing pilot days while we're financially dead.
Remember me?
They said, buy the dip, my love. It's
Yeah,
only
1, 2, 1, 2.
cuts,
You
but
got
the
it, hubby?
dip's a bloody canyon,
All right.
and we're running out of guts. Classic.
He's holding his ears. Oh, that hurt?
Glass slippers, just a margin, call size 12, triple L. They're gobbling
You're funny,
up the
hubby.
Santoshes we dropped when we fell. The bull run
I
is
don't mean that because you got brown skin. I just mean that because you're funny.
go to hell.
I'm an Appalachian American.
Once upon a block, there lived a little lamb.
That's followed me my whole life right there.
Then the wolf bought the abattoir and rebranded it to Fi. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, here comes that weirdo announcer dude.
8 bars, wonky synth, the treasure is like a slot machine, panic attack. Beep boop, sold. Retails on the group chat, typing when Lambo in caps. Darling, it's pronounced
Ladies and
Lamborghini.
gentlemen, prepare yourself for the weirdest freaking crypto show on the interwebs it is. To begin the show, we begin as always with a special ceremony called the ringing of the cowbell. It's a time when, a private time, when you by yourself or with someone that's dear to you. Watching the show is always a good idea to have someone dear to you. Grab a ding-a-ling, give it a nice little fling, clear the air, clear the emotions.
What's love got to do with this?
The ringing of the cowbell ceremony is completed. Thank you for your participation. Cody is weird, huh, babe? He's a weird one. I saw a vampire movie one time, looked just like that dude. Just like.
Was in the chart, bulls asleep but we wake.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey. We'll be there, says the village idiot. Figures out which button to push. Sean, all eyes on you. Just saying.
Dream beaches and freedom turn lost.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Miraculously, we made it. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, frogs and squirrels. So happy to have you here tonight as we try to see what is Bitcoin up to. Because it did something very clever just a few minutes ago on these smaller time frames. These smaller time frames here. not that it's really a big deal. It's mostly been kind of sideways this weekend, kind of like a lot of weekends with Bitcoin, sideways until toward the end when it starts doing a little something, right? Are they starting early? This is the 618 Fibonacci from our little local low and high that we got here. This little humpty hump thing that we got going on. And it looked like I think it hit that last night, right? It come down here several times on some of these smaller time frames. This is 24 minute. Let's go to the 5-6 minute. I got 6 minute here. So from this bottom to that top, I came back to the 618, held it, and then, of course, it got me. They are so clever. These little bastards are clever, I'm telling you. They're on top of their game. I had a little play going on here with some nice, decent stop losses. Those little bastards came and got me, and then they went up and made a higher high. They do that all the freaking time, but it's okay. That's a good sign. Now we know what they're up to, right? But a little dirty, sleazy, because I was actually kind of anticipating this 94. Yeah. I was kind of, I was hoping it would hold over here, but I was like, but to stop me out. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and, because we could be coming back down to 93. That was going through my mindset, and I'm sorry, but I mean, I've got to, you got to respect that. That was bravo. Hey, you played me like a fiddle right there, that little fuckers. So I've got some short orders going on over here, which are getting filled, and I'm like, yeah, because I would have short the lower high, but is it going to be the lower high? This is why I suck at shorting when we're coming down like this. When we're so low to support, I don't like it at all, because you get little tricks like this all the time, right? But I wasn't trying to short the bottom, even though that's the effect from what happened with the stop losses, but it is coming into some of the shorts I got over here. And now, honestly, it looks like we could be coming back up to 96 or whatever. 97 is really the area that we might come over and test. A really strong area for us to come back up and bump our head against. So I'll be staggering some orders through there. And this is on my spot margin position that I'm talking about here. And so I'll be doing my little hourglass kind of strategy over here as we kind of figure out what the hell you doing, Bitcoin. And it's basically taking advantage of more smaller moves. But when it's all said and done after fees and everything else, it's not much, For real. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? 12 people hanging out as we watch Bitcoin struggle with this $96,000 area. But that was nice. There was some bullish divergence going on there at the smaller time frames too. That was a nice little thing. You always want to look for that. Some people don't like it. Maybe there's not a rule. There's no law that says because there's bullish divergence there it has to do this. Sometimes it can come in 2s or 3s. On the strong parabolic move, you'll see it happen 3 times. I've found before you get that real punch in the gut from that final one there. I gotta crank the music down here. But Bitcoin doing what Bitcoin do, tripping people out on the weekend here. There's no volume here on the weekend. Now, if we come over, say like the 4 hour, do we have it? Well, you're just kind of sideways there. Actually, if price is swinging downward and volume swinging down too, that's actually usually a pretty good sign there. See the Ichimoku cloud getting a little bit thicker over there, being a little enticing. We're trying to get over this 9 moving average, and that's one of the things. If you're above the 9, everything's fine, baby. Everything's groovy. If we can just get back up there, all these little skinny wicks, you see that on the bottom of these candles? That's all by pressure. That's the Heikinashi candles here. They're beautiful. I like them. Really good for trend lines and patterns. Just magnifico. Really, they're designed to help you to see the trend better too. starting to overcome this 9 moving average there, and once we get above that, that's a trigger for for a lot of my plays and for a lot of bot plays, and it's a nice little trigger for any kind of setup that you might have if you got a valid setup, and then the 9 breaks above, price breaks above, reclaims the 9 moving average. Well, hey, that's one trigger. You could be taking your shot right there, or maybe you need another trigger. You know, that's how it used to be with the bot that I had. You could set up the various triggers, and maybe a combination of how they got to happen before it takes a shot. It is a very interesting thing. Learned a lot about indicators with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a look at what's crack-a-lacking against Bitcoin, and we've been talking about some of these. Hey, do you guys remember we were talking about some gaming coins a few days ago, and gaming's not really doing all that good, but we did look at one. There was one that I can't remember what it was. This gaming play that was a gem pick. And then while we were talking about it, also brought you over to one called Nakamoto Games, right? And she's been doing some freaky stuff lately. Very interesting. So it looked like she's just getting it all. It was all gone. She got down to 7 cents. Now remember, this thing went to $3 before, right? Now, one thing about Nakamoto Games, what I liked about it compared to, say, other things, I mean, Golly Games was a big one. A lot of people chasing that around. Oh, you're saying it's 9 cents? Yeah, that's right. It's got 180 million versus coins into the billions and things, right? And their website and everything is, I mean, they got these actual games over here and stuff. So to me, I think, and then you can play to earn on all these different games and stuff. Really cool kind of stuff. Candy shop games and Naka Strike. It looks cool. Maybe one of these days I'll go play them. But this one's been down in the dirt. I mean, it was hanging out. I mean, I've seen it hang around 70, 80. I've seen it drop down to around 30. And then we started seeing it hang around 20 for a while. Yeah, here around 30. It stayed there for a while. It gets these little 10-cent ranges, it seems like. But anyway, 9 cents, and it had a nice little spike up to 15. That was a pretty, that's at this rate, at this place in the game, that's a pretty good come up. I mean, look at this. You had if you were building a bag here and got something around 8 cents, it went up. You made 80, that's almost 90%, almost double. That's a 2x right there on that move. And if you got some kind of little plan to take advantage of it or something like that, hourglass strategy, something like that, it's kind of cool. Set and forget, get paid. I like those strategies where I set and forget and get paid. So Nakamoto Games looking kind of interesting. I think she's still in the dirt though, but still in the nice accumulation area. It doesn't mean that's going to bounce up from here. It can bounce up some. I'm sure we can come back up and touch 20 cents, 25 cents, something like that. But it'll probably hang around in this area for a little bit, and all of our altcoins they're just down in bear market territories again right now. So that's one idea to take advantage of them. One of the places I want to see Nakamoto Games get to is about 47 cents there. Technically below 47 cents would be the juicy buy zone with a little bonus discount zone. Well, actually right where we're at. Well, both of them would be technically where they're at. But its ceiling would be about, what is that? 19 cents, 18 cents. So the fibs tell us that below 18 cents is like a super duper bargain place if you're looking for gaming play. I mean, it's had a history. It's been good. Tokenomics are better than I've seen on most of them, but it's in an area to flag for maybe some accumulation. I don't think it'll look like this as long for like that, but we can get some bottom patterns through here and a nice little range. A nice little range down here since we're still so close to the bottom there. 9 cents, that's crazy. About a 300% range up there till we got the ceiling from the last price action. But let's take a look at some of these other ones like Dash. Remember Dash and Rooney? Oh, Dash and Rooney. The San Francisco treat. I want to look at it against Bitcoin because, well, shoot, that's the one that tells the truth about the market. And we talked about this one last night and about her coming down, and there were several scenarios that it could. Oh, well, I guess last night it already made its decision, didn't it? Was it last night? We were looking at this one. I don't know if we made it over. Did we make it over to Dash? I thought we did. We got a trend line here. Maybe I'd had a different chart. Here we are on the daily, man, and you can see these moving averages over here, the band trying to flip on us. Yeah. That doesn't mean that we can't come right back down to these areas again and retest some of those little boogers, but it's a fun ride. If we're curving through here, this is our little phase where we're squeezing in, right? Squeezing in, and then we should have an expansion phase. But this might be the little butt crack area, affectionately known, I think, by the professional people, was more of a harmonic pattern forming here. I mean, we'll got to see what the lower high is or higher low is, or the other alternative that we really like, it just goes blasting off and never stops, and then we look at our portfolio and like, honey, we made it! Look! Oh my God! That I hope that happens for us all, but where's that been so far? You feel me? I know you feel me. All right, we all feel it. Like, what the hell happened to crypto? All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, if we might be looking at this little booger in a different aspect here, nice 786 retracement from this low, the impulse move. Took it off technical, the impulse move. The bottom of this trend line here, where we took off, and then we came back, and then we bounced like a little rubber ball. Giving us a little confirmation about this area up here, 0.0017 for Dash. Can you do it? Can you give us an A equals CD? Get us right up there in that juicy little 73%. Well, a little bit more than that, isn't it, from where we are right now? Well, you're getting close to double-digit territory right there. I would say what I like most about this, if we get the fibs off, that is what I like the most, is fibs. But I guess as a secondary thing that I would like here is that price is above on the daily. Nice clean candle break above the 9-moving average, and it's starting to do a little 180, a little U-turn right here. Yeah, you better make sure cop's not looking. I'm just saying, don't go to jail. Okay, you're just now starting to get started, Dash. Dash doing pretty good against Bitcoin, and that also means Dash is doing pretty good against the dollar. So I guess we're going to have to take a look at that. We'll look at this Coinbase chart. Look, it's $90 now. Wow, look at that. Awesome. Let's go back to the daily. That's the daily chart, right? I see something of interest here regarding the Ichimoku Cloud. She looks horny. That's the only way I can describe it. When she looks like this, that's ready to rock and roll. Anyway, hello, Dash. I can't think of another way to describe it other than that word, so I try not to do it too often. But that's the translation coming over into my ears from this chart. Something about them green candles. I don't know. Look at you at $90, and just not long ago at all, on the hourly chart. Why, it was on the 13th, just 2 days ago, it was hanging around $64. We were talking about it back then. Remember, we're talking about the coins, about the boomer coins, the ones that are close to 21 million that big money kind of likes to look at. Apparently they get some good results anyway. It doesn't take as much to get them to pop off if they get the attention, and shoot, why, this is the cycle for them to get attention too. We got a nice little breakout retest going to the upside. I want this lower side new trend line we got right there. I'm going to paint it green for good measure, just for good luck. Yeah, baby, where can we be going now? Do you want to know? Do you really want to know? We had a 786 retracement. I think we've already hit a few of those. Yeah, you already hit that one. We want to definitely look at the 786 and pay attention to this one right here. The very special 1.113 Fibonacci. That could be a very nice higher high target if it wants to do a little funky business here. We got one more target above it, but we'll see how we play here before we play that. Okay, we'll go ahead, but it's not really the main target. Not in this case. Sometimes it is, not in this particular case. doesn't mean it can't get a nice little honorable mention there at $174. Sounds crazy right now for something that's just $90, but you know, $90 kind of sounds a little crazy something for it, you know, when it was down here at 64 and 65 and nobody loved it. And it's like, it's all over for crypto. Oh my God. When was, no, that was Thursday going into Friday, going over the weekend. And noticed a little trend where they're trying to pump these altcoins on the weekend, but this one's actually got volume behind it. That's what we want to see right there. Ladies and gentlemen, is this turkey ever going to shut up and come over and talk to me? That's what I'm here. All right. Hey, I can't read the chat down. Hello, chat. How we doing, chat? I did have something set up over here, but it's not working. Okay. Shout out to everybody here. We got Strago in the house. I think Strago was here first tonight. Strago. See Silver Days. Good to have you here, my friend. Come on, play. R.S. Miller. We got the Nightbot, which I still not updated yet or anything. Haven't done anything else to it. It botted me out trying to get it to do some stuff that I don't think it was really designed to do. Some dude named Road Dawg Crypto testing what? Okay. Fluggy's Angels says, "Hey dog, I love your show." And Fluggy's Angels, I love that comment. There we go. Sometimes buttons work around here. I don't think I've missed anybody as of yet. Jack of all trades, how's it going? Listening at work again. Hey, we'll crank up the tunes for you. All right, thank you guys for hanging out. Let me come over. We'll take a look at the altcoins and see how they're faring today. And it's kind of, you know, who's there? Most of them are down almost, well, less than 1% overall, but in general. On the hour, how's it look? Are they looking a little ballsy? Or are they starting to feel a little bit more confident? They're starting to feel a little bit more risque right now on the weekends here. Is it real? Is it live or is it Memorex? It's hard to tell these days. I'm going to take a look at this little coin called Zen. People were loving on it. It got a little bit too much love and had to sell off, and people didn't like it too much and gave up on it. And then it said, hey, screw you. I'm getting ready to do something on you. So it's been underneath this trend line here. That was a no-no. It was a no-no. It lost that area. And I think we got to look at you a little differently now. We got to take a Fibonacci. Let's see what we're dealing with over here. Yeah, we're still in the good old, hey man, it's not a bad place to build a bag of this if you believe in it. Or is this a bearish retest and we're going to hell and coming down to 743? Well, the Fips won't tell you that part. Moving averages kind of help us with that a little bit, but the trend line would be the real banger there to help us with that. So we need to get above this white trend line there, and it wouldn't hurt for us to get above this little bigger red line over here, about 1550. I'd feel a lot better of this being a bear trap and not a bearish retest, taking us lower at that point, because technically yeah. I wouldn't want to put them at a certain percentage, but if you're below a trend line, low red cloud, I mean, you got a 200 moving average there. That's good. But you've got that trend line. That trend line means something. So it means a lot to get back above it. So a little ballsy to try to front run it, but hey man, we're Degens. Some of us are going to do that, right? I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves. How many out here would do something like that? You know, it's like I should wait, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's be honest, because I would a lot sometimes. I slap myself on the wrist, stick by some rules. I would not do it on this one. I'm just being honest. I would not do it on. No, oh God. I hope I didn't encourage anybody to do that. Here are some things that we could look at here on the 4 hour. So I took a poll. You got some mixed signals going. It's not helping. Do you see this? So you got the 9, that's the green one, crossed over the red 21 moving average. That's good. We got above the 9. We're below the 9 right now. That's bad. That's not good. We don't want to see that, especially on the 4 hour. Not good. Now we are above this 50 blue moving average, but it just kamikazed over the 200. And somebody's saying, what the hell is he talking about? What that particular combination of moving average crossing is called a death cross. Sound effects are free tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They are free. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Y'all still got the 9, which we're below on price. Crossing Bush over the 200 and the 50 saying, screw you guys, I'm going up. I don't care if you follow me or not. So you got a lot shooting off over here, but the bigger time frames usually rule the roost here. The really bigger ones they're cool. We're still in the flow of the stream. I think we can just play around here. Too early to tell we're going to roll over or not. I don't know, Zenny at $13 there. What can we do? Oh my gosh, is there anything that we can do here? Can we analyze it any further to tell us what we might see? And yes, we can. We got a 786 retracement there. Okay, cool. All right. We're looking for something. We'll pull it from swing low to swing high. Where are we bouncing off? Not quite 618. 0.5. Erga. Is that what we had? So what? Are we waiting for me to make a call or something? I see a good chance for it to come back down for a little bit. But we haven't broken any rules yet. We haven't broken trend lines. We haven't. But it looks like it's going to happen. If we do, I'd pay attention to this 1220 area. I really pay attention to that one. There is a chance that the 618 would hold. That's actually, we're starting to see a few of those areas try to hold on some things right now. And that's actually kind of a good sign. And that would make this trend line that we just started here evolve just a little bit to some other, a little bit more shallow angle there. Probably resemble something a little bit more like what we got here. Perhaps we can take that idea and apply it down here and kind of figure some crap out. Hey, good, maybe, I don't know. That would imply that we just do a double bottom here at 355. I'll take that too, but that lower high there will probably give us another little higher low, hopefully, what we're looking for. So I'm still leaning about 1230. May not happen until Monday for all I know. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 19 people hanging out. Let me come back over to the chat. We can get set in the right direction here. Dash is a spot short, target $85. So we just looked at Dash, I think, briefly there. Swing hard to swing low. Tell me where price is going to go. And she did hit her nice target there at 95. That would have been the play. So she does need to pull back. Next bigger target, if we can go through these hurdles after a little correction. Looks like there might be a little 5-wave action going on there. It needs to do an ABC correction. Could be going on. We'll take us. Oh, we're on the 1 hour. Oh, okay. I thought it was on a bigger time frame for some reason. The strength's there on the bigger moving averages, and we just got above the 360. That's a good move. Most likely, I think we'd be coming back to retest that 50 moving average, and probably knock out the 200 at the same time. What are you trying to do here? I'm trying to change the color on this. So from where we are now, and knowing that we should get a nice little pullback here. Well, that 382 is very close by up there. Can you hold that? So I'm actually starting to look at more of some 618s right now. That's about 75. We do have the $69 area. That might be more in confluence with what you guys are looking for. 786 Fibonacci area there. Hey, you got something? That's a 0.5 here, right? There might be a little something there. All right. Let's take a look at, did we look at Zcash? We looked at Dash, right? Zcash against, Tether, $682 right now. That's the coin that's doing, surprising everybody. And I will toot our horn because we've been looking at it for a long time. Not just looking at it, been in it for a while. This one has helped me to take care of a lot of other positions, open some other positions to play, taking the proceeds from this and putting it into another play and some spot plays too. It's been one of the better performers. It has not crapped out. All right, I remember when OM Metro Dow was, that one was holding my portfolio way up. Until that fateful one day when it didn't hold anybody's portfolio up. It went from, I remember getting up to 9, maybe got to up to $13 at one time. Sucker was hanging around, what? Last I looked, it was around 19 cents. Such is the life in crypto. It does make me wonder, why don't we do all this with stocks where we don't have to put up with all this crap as much? Why is that? It's say because it makes faster money in crypto. It's chasing that fast money gets us in trouble, I think, isn't it? How's that fast money working out? The long-term plays, those hodl bags that we tried to build over time, they have really taken a brunt of punishment. A lot of people feel that. People that feel it worse are the ones that had low leverage on them and saw a lot of their bags get just demolished. And I had more than I thought that I had happened to again. I was like, hey man, I had too many plays open, but not as many anymore, thanks to natural market conditions. Yay. Love you, market. You're the best teacher ever. You suck. God, I hate that. Love you. Yeah. Don't do it again. I can't. Please don't do it. For the love of God, don't do it again. All right. ICP. Let's take a look at ICP. How you doing down there, ICP? What's up with you? You're not quite hit this little area over here, and I'm wondering why didn't you quite hit our area over there? Hey, I got up to what? Woo! Golly, just a little short of $10, and now we find ourselves halfway back. What were you? You should have been a 0.5. We'll take you out of here. It did not look like it was in the proper place. Maybe it was. No, maybe it was. Yeah, you're betwixt both worlds. It could be. I could read that, interpret that as a bearish retest of that 618 Fibonacci area and the 50 moving average there. We'll be on the 1 hour. Yeah, I see some signs pointing toward 436. Well, we was hoping we get a little love out of some of these altcoins, and maybe we will a little bit, but I don't know if ICP's ready for any 11. And 11 tonight. What are you looking like over here on the 15? You look a little frisky over here. I ain't going to lie. Let's see what you can do. Can you get back above that? Can you get back above that? That would be awesome. If you got a lot of, you just recently flipped bearish on us. What the hell? Now you're gonna, you can't make up your mind. You got some bearish remorse there or something. Is that what's going on, ICP? All right, she's not looking quite as strong as we would hope over here. Jim Derringer says, nah, stocks have similar problems. Crypto isn't the only market where waterfall declines and NAV erosions can occur. You have data to go off of for companies, though. Trump is trying to change reporting earnings from every 3 months to every 6 months. As an investor, I don't like that. That could throw a wrench in things right there. Companies would salivate over that, though. Oh, yeah, that they could... There could be a lot of smoke and mirrors going on in that situation, right? Al Jr. says, this music has me like a kite. Love it. I've got quite a collection of it now, I do. Still waiting for Epidemic Sounds to ever respond to my reach out. Turns out that if you go through any of the normal channels that you would in music, ASCAP, like if you're a member of one of those organizations, then they don't want to talk to you. Like, no, okay, we just want people that haven't done anything with their music, and we want to be their first choice so that we can get all the we can screw them over with all the rights and stuff, because we're gonna charge the hell. I don't know what they're saying. Anyway, I thought that would have been a cool thing to do with the music. I think the crypto theme is a growing thing, or will be. It's a nice little niche. Get some music and throw in the background when you feel in the mood for crypto and trading. I still remember when you only had like 10 tracks. Quite the library now. I've got quite the library now. Quite the library. It's kind of cool because you can get it to do a lot of things that, it would be so much harder to do the old-fashioned way. And much, much easier than that. You give up a little on some control, and sometimes there's little things that go through that technically should be edited out. But I haven't officially published too much of it lately. Most of it's just been right here local, here on the stream, and what we got going on here. Trying to get a groovy playlist. Timber says, I've had buy some road stuck in my head. Oh, buy some road stuck in your head. That song. That's catchy, isn't it? Yeah. It's a catchy song. Oh, it's time for our sponsor. Oh, we never changed our sponsor back. Oh well. Well, here we go. Good ass coffee and this guy.
Crypto cowboys, Mooner alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats ya. Better call Road Dawg.
All right, there we go. Oh, I keep thinking we got off of this one. Here we go. Oh my God, what is this? I think it's time that we break the charts down. Candle by candle. This sounds groovy. I gotta turn the lights down for this one, baby. Whoa, what's that? Hey, somebody's missing from our... Sean, is Jennifer in the break room with Elvis again? She's been hanging around with Elvis a lot lately. I don't know what's up with Jennifer lately, man. I don't know. Surely it's not the turkey, is it? Jennifer, come back. Where'd she go? We lost Jennifer somewhere. She snuck off. I don't know what to do. Jenny, come back. Jenny, come home, baby. I think Jenny done RUNOFT. Jenny. Seriously, I think she's gone. She's a goner. We lost Jenny. That's all right. We still got her side chick over here, Cassie. Story from BitBoy. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? Guess yeah, should always have a side chick, huh? What? Yeah, look. There's my real side chick, ladies and gentlemen, right over here. Shake it, baby. Shake that money maker. Shake that money maker. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got any coins you want me to take a look at, I'll be happy to look at them. This market sucks. Bitcoin's at 95.8. What are you doing, Bitcoin? Are you deciding to go up or go down? What's this trend line you got going on here? Maybe we should talk about that. What? This chart looks like a massacre happened. What happened here? What chart is this? This is on, this is a KuCoin chart? Oh, we used it for, yeah. I like having a clean chart. I do like what it had on it. 95,000 for Bitcoin over here. It's always good to kind of measure up and see what's going on. You see that red line right here, that 236 Fibonacci area that we lost right there? Yeah, that's kind of a problem, right? Did that number change on me? Wait a minute, pull that fib back up. Don't get it twisted now. Yeah, okay. That's on the green line down here that I'm looking for, which is our 382 Fibonacci. That technically, that's where we would want to see price bounce for a good strong move. Happened on a few other places over here, but mostly we've seen a 0.5 Fibonacci come into effect on a lot of these bigger moves, and I don't know that I would want to see that happen for Bitcoin, but that's the 70,000. That's kind of the bear territory mark that we'd be looking at, coming back down to the previous high. Traditionally, that's kind of a general rule of thumb that Bitcoin will come back down for its new all-time low, right around the previous cycle's all-time high. Last time that was around 117 area, somewhere through there. It was a wick, so it had to blow off top or whatever. So it was a wick to the candle body, so I guess you can interpret that different. But we did. We went all the way down to around 15,000 on a lot of exchanges, right? Within that area. So there's a nice little area and a bear mark that we come back to from our all-time high, and just to get back there would be, that's 50% drop. That's kind of shallow for Bitcoin, I would say. That's kind of shallow. Last time it was up there and it came all the way back down for a lot more, about 78%. What would we have to be at to get down about that percent? Let's say about 70%. Could it be up here, what, 139, that next little rung up here? What would that look like? That's close. That's about 60. Could it be at the 0.027 Fibonacci up here? Maybe that's an excellent little target for us to hit our head on and definitely get rejected at. Yep, it is. That's a 156. Wow, that's 60-something% for that idea. That's getting there, kind of, sorta. Still kind of maintains this trend line with that idea right there. Just some things to think about. This is our overall trend. This is our secondary trend. And if we go from the bodies to the two wick touches that we got right over here, let's look like we're erased. It might. It does indicate a nice little possibility of it coming down here and talking to Miss Lucy, who is hanging around on the daily chart right there with the 382 Fibonacci. That sucks. Why are you doing this to us here in December? Are you trying to make us look stupid at Thanksgiving again? I got a song about that too. We got the death cross happening here on the daily chart right now, and all of a sudden it's doom and gloom. One thing that we might see to be looking for wherever we start to bounce is coming back up to retest that $100,000 area before trying to roll back over here. That might be one scenario that we do see if we come down there. But there is a trend line that might hold. It's a sucky trend line, nowhere near as juicy as the one that we just lost, which was pretty much from here. I mean, we just lost it. Like, just lost it. We just lost it recently. And unless we do some kind of a miracle Hail Mary play and regain that sucker and actually do reclaim 100,000, you know, the rules of the game say that, gosh darn it, the gosh darn bears are right. We might be headed down there. What else could we see over here when it comes to Bitcoin? The question is, well, if Bitcoin does that, what's going to happen to our altcoins? Is there some miracle that they could start going up, or some of them can keep going up? Because if Bitcoin has reached a peak, usually when it's being sold down, used to, people will be selling, taking those Bitcoin profits and putting them over into the altcoins. Now there's so many altcoins to choose from. Well, that doesn't have much of an effect anymore, and you know, a lot of people playing that Bitcoin over there on the Wall Street EFT side, and hell, they all got paper hands and sold off the other day. They're like, that's too hot in the kitchen for me. I can't do it. I don't know. Hear talk about some kind of rebalancing for some of these treasury companies or whatever, corporate treasuries and things like that. Hedge funds or whatever, like, Oh, it's going down. We got to rebalance. Got to rebalance those sales there. Interesting things that can happen with Bitcoin there that a lot of people may not anticipate or think about. And I think it's good to get some attention there because I didn't used to think about them or anything like that as much. Not all of that. The ETFs, when the bull market was over last time, you know what was doing it? I think every time, actually, even 2017, there was I think 2017 is when we got CME futures. And then as soon as they got that, they shorted the hell out of it. That was it. That was the top. Then I think last cycle was the ETFs, right? Was it ETFs or was it was something going on? That was after Grayscale, right? I think it was an ETF, one of the early bird ones or something like that, and I don't know. Was it another futures play? I can't remember. But it was the big boys getting to come in. Jim says, curious as to why some people think 88 and 84 wouldn't act as support. I've been seeing a lot of scared influencers ignoring that area and screaming 70,000 as if we wouldn't even test 78 or 74 first. I like the way you think, Jim. I agree totally. I didn't want to look at it. We talked about that possibility, but we didn't want to see it, right? No. Just hoping so much that this bigger area over here at 100,000 would hold. And I thought I had a nice pattern there. There was that top pattern over here for this one. That was still a good one. It wasn't my call though. That's what I found in hindsight. But yeah, even coming back here to the 74. I mean, we can play this and probably should, right? This is what's interesting about this play. Let me get rid of the where's the other? Oh my gosh, I gotta get this off here. No, you're not there anymore, right? The bigger fib, I gotta get that off there. It's cluttering me up. All right, so here we got this trend line. We lost it, right? We're betwixt our moving averages. Got some bears cross this moving averages. So it looks horrible. We got our MACD, which is on the daily. Just roll it over. Just not looking too good down here. However, over here, there's a little divergence between what we got going on down here and here. I always look at that too. Right here, she's up just a little bit. Keep her eye on that. It may be one of those jaggedy rides down to this 84. It may not be all nice and pretty. Enough to get everybody confused. But we were looking at this local line from our last low to where we are, and we can see what we got. So right down here, right within this 382 area from our local leg, the big kahuna here, looking at the trend line we just broke, it's got a 786 retracement right there, 85,000. So we're getting some confidence built up that that looks like the good little zone that we can be playing with right there. Can't argue that. But it brings me back to the question that I posed earlier before I started arguing with what color. Get in there. Stop doing this. There we go. I want to paint you green as an area of interest. We're in a torturous spot right now. I gotta say, being above the 618, below trend line, got that hopeful littleness that we can reclaim that and be along our happy little way and go to a new all-time high. We got that hopeful scenario out there, and I like it too. To be honest with you, I like that a lot better. And this is just one big fake out before they start rocking us to the upside. That narrative is out there too. And I like that narrative, I do, but it's got some things going against it until it proves otherwise, right? We got a complete candle open below the trend line here. A complete candle opens below our major moving averages here. So that says a lot too. And I'm looking, pattern traders, what they might be looking at. I'm sure that a lot of them are trying to fit falling wedges in here, and 68% to break to the upside. Probably got a lot of that. And hopefully, I mean, that could be cool. That's kind of early for them to play out because according to Thomas Bukowski, they usually go about 3/4 of the way in to the apex over here, which technically can extend quite a bit there, right? And so that would bring us somewhere down here around the 90 area, or this little time spot period, and that's like in the middle of next week or something. That's like Wednesday time wise. Getting a full candle body close below the trend line here, and I gave it all the wiggle room that I could. I mean, I went from this wick back here for last actual touch on this trend line, following the rules and respecting these wicks there, and you know, that's a nice clean break, and it would even be a little bit more accurate right over here, like we've had it for a while, right? Just lost it. So the more I'm looking at it, 84 wants to kind of come into play. Are we getting a reaction off of this trend line? I think we're just trying to see something there. But locally here on the 1 hour, looking what we got here, we are at an area for support. Should be right there, 1618 for this one. So this kind of sets us up for an interesting scenario right here. So locally, we're looking like we might have a little bullish pump here. And so might find some good short opportunities if that's what we're looking for. If we are leaning more toward the narrative that 84 and 85 might be coming into play there, and you know, that might be the place we finally bounce and we're doing something different. We're going into 2026. At some point, whenever money printer does turn back on, and this economy gets through all these little humps and there's not as much things pushing back, and we can kind of get through these, I guess, these headwinds. 2026 is looking to shape up to be a good year. And there's some other cycle theories and things like this that go back like, gosh darn, 100 years or something that's kind of pegged that area 2026 as being, you want to take advantage of that year, baby. Yeah. Maybe things are just a little bit more delayed. They've been so suppressed over the last administration, especially crypto. So delayed. So I can definitely see an argument that's coming back up to 98, and we need to get up here, come back to 100K area to test that. Now locally, if we're looking at local patterns and where we started this one over here, we'll come down to that bottom there, and you had a channel idea that expanded over here. So now we got an expanding pattern, and you see me draw these a lot, right? And I interpret these a lot. It's my interpretation. We're leveling off here, making a partial decline, and that's one of the rules to look for by Thomas Bukowski is we make a partial decline. Well, that's what's one of the first steps we look for it to actually break out, and it's got a high breakout rate to the upside, 72%. Doesn't mean it can break out and then come back into the pattern and say, I got you, sucker, because it can, and I've had one do it to me recently, but that's not the norm. It's not the norm. Usually it's a good, you also get some reversal patterns within this pattern, you know. It's like head and shoulders to the upside. Remember that head and shoulders? And he also got one over here, and it did about his measure move, but that's all she had. It wasn't much of a bottom pattern, was it? We had another lower. Now we're looking for another lower bottom pattern. There's a little bit of curve going on there. Bitcoin, hope you can do that, pull that off. You're still betwixt our bigger moving averages here and bigger fib levels, and on a bigger time frame between some important moving averages. So if I had to guesstimate, I would say we're probably coming up. These would be some areas to look for, maybe to add 2 shorts, open shorts. If you're looking to go shorts, those would be the areas I would look forward to open them. However, we also got to look at one other thing here, because we did not fib you out, right? Gotta fib it. You gotta fib it good. Swing high to swing low. This will help us nail the area that we really got to see it go. All right, because it's all around this 0.5 area, And that should be an easy one to remember because that's the midpoint. That's the middle ground, the 0.5. It's not even technically a Fibonacci area. So that's more of the Charles Brown stuff. But we close below it, and then that means let's pray that we make a higher low somewhere here. But it also opens the door for down here. And that takes us to 88,090. And those are some numbers you might have heard thrown out, especially about 88,000. Well, now I've got a good argument of it from what we cleared here. That does say 88. And so it probably goes into confluence with whatever somebody else was looking for. And so, yeah, it might be something we ought to look at too. So very important that we get back above 100,000 and reclaim it. If we can't, then bearish retest idea. But it looks like they might be trying to get us fired up here on the weekend. Seems like they like to do that and then like dump us, come into Wednesday. Wednesday's the new dump day. Yeah, so here's your ass, sir. You've tried to go long and you didn't take your profit, so here's your ass. That's Wednesday now. Seems like on the Thursday. And then on Fridays they like to get ballsy on us. And I think everybody that fell for that is finally out of the market. But there are those few little outliers, those few little coins out there that are doing some things. Look at you, Telcoin. I remember Telcoin. Telcoin. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, look at your MEXC. Look at you, Telcoin. You're at 0.006. Doesn't sound like much, does it? It was hanging around this area 0.003, and like that's a double up. Look, double up. Do you remember Double McGum commercials? Do you remember any commercials at all other than YouTube commercials? And those that come in on Amazon Prime or whatever. Pay for our subscription so that we can still make you watch commercials and annoy the hell out of you. And then wonder why the pirating is starting to make a comeback. That's a nice move. I think we're setting up for an AB equals CD. An advocate. Boom shakalaka, boom chaka boom. Swing on, swing live. Are you a 0.5? That's. And were you 0.5? Oh, you were. You little sneaky bastard, you. All right. Okay. Yeah. These are tricky little suckers. As far as doing their extensions, you get to the 0.2 fib. This is why I was kind of like when we go from high to low here. That by the fib is right here. That's at 0.0089. This is Telcoin against the dollar. And of course, we always want to take care of that 1618 right there. So where we are now, you've already got a bag of it, and you're thinking, oh, that one's looking all right. I might get another 24 to another 36% gain out of that. As we run a little higher, and then I would expect a much bigger correction from there, but verdict could still in whether it would respect or break this trend line, and if it respects it, there might be one more big old hump move out of Telcoin. This is on the 1 hour. We zoom out just a little bit, and hey man, maybe you should have done that at first. You would have get more accurate levels. All right, I hear you, smart ass. Yes, that is true. You can go from swing high. Why didn't you just do that in the first place? I should have zoomed out. What does it tell you? You could have got the same kind of ideas. And it acts as confluence over here. So right at the 0.5 and 0.618 fib right there from the swing high to swing low. Or you can do it all complicated like I did. A little bit more tuned into what's got going on there. Regardless, Telcoin You dirty little minx. You look at that. You talk about a fallen wedgie right there. Ooh, that's a nice shallow fallen wedgie. I know cup and handle freaks are just looking at double cups, you know, 2 double D Decker big FG cup right there with this big handle right there. Imagine that, titties on a stick. There's a novel idea. Did that just come out of my mouth? All right, anyway. This is why this channel doesn't grow in it. Okay. 0.008, 0.009. We're at 0.006 there. That's about a 30% gain from where we are, right? I thought we already did that, right? Now, there's also a good chance with these breakouts, especially on symmetrical, on fallen wedges, that you come back and you can retest the breakout area. That current area is like 0.0037. That can happen. We got to check and see if she gets past these little areas over here. That's always a good thing to see. Make a higher high. That way you know, oh, it's not it's a lower high. Oh, lower low? Good. So we want to take these guys out. It's on to a good start. That's where we got these nice big targets over here. You go do what you need to do, Telcoin. Are we going into altcoin season? We didn't even look at our indices. We got off. We started chasing squirrels. And this is where we are with our total 3 market cap. They had a measure move that comes down here for this channel, right? But we also got this very important fib area, this 236 fib area here that seems to be holding. That's at $900 billion. 900 billion. We got so much of a sideways consolidation there that I feel safe taking this trend line and from this candle body over here and applying it a little bit more horizontally. Doing the horizontal bop over here. Got a few touches here, got a lot of touches here, and didn't even call human resources. So I think it's okay. I think that's permission. And then I'll tell you after the lawsuit. And a nice little channel idea if we come over here and touch just the tip. That's usually how those lawsuits get started. Right here, just the tip of these candle wicks over here. It's always got a wick in it, right? Take it over. Press is always involved with something pressing the wicks against bodies. It seems like when we draw these channels ideas over here. But that could open the ideas of us going from these loans to something just kind of popping up over this line here, this wall. This is kind of looks like a zipper. Something it does look a little zipperish, I gotta say. Right here, because it's all the consolidations, kind of sideways zipper action. Wouldn't you agree? Looks like a big old zipper. Well, anyway. There might be a monster behind that zipper that kind of pops up to the upside here for boom. Oh, got you, didn't it? That got me. I wasn't expecting that. That's what she said. You know, and it may be a little hard to get it. It's a little hard to get it started, but then go a little soft there and come back at 920. But that's okay. We do have some, so we got little things here that we can help out if we start doing that. But draw a little W bottom and remember what the shapes are that make you want prices to go up, and that's nice. I like that right there. That's cool. I'm good for that. Hey, we're missing all the good little stuff over here. Yeah, we're missing all the fun stuff because you don't have it set up over here. Because why the hell not? Yeah, you're wasting time. They're clicking off. Oh God, he's gonna do that again. No, please, for the love of God, no. Why do I watch this channel? Just saying, but sometimes. It's only fair to do if we're going to be drawing these kind of patterns over here. We need to censor some of this stuff for the kids, if nothing else, right? So if we do make another bottomish pattern over here, it makes a nice little thing of cleavage, I gotta say. And maybe Telcoin. No, it's total 3. I'm sorry, this is total 3. This is our altcoins. Are we going into a little bit of an altcoin rally here? I hope so, because gosh darn it, altcoins need it. Looks like we might be seeing about another 80 billion coming to altcoins from somewhere for some reason, and I'm going to help it out. So we'll put a little and let them have some privacy right there, and hope that we can wake up and find ourselves from this bigger double look. See, there's some bigger cleavage over here. I'm just saying. I mean, we could be look at that cleavage. See? They may be planning on getting a big boob job or something. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this without... But I'm going to let them just kind of sit here and simmer right now. I like you where you are. You can come up here to the bra strap area, right? Oh, look! We just multiplied our boobies for free. I didn't know you could do that. How many boobies can we make? Oh my God. I'm going to have so much fun after this stream tonight. I'm so excited. I hear you. I got it. Just got something to monitor from legal. All right. Sorry. The opinions expressed on this channel do not necessarily represent the channel at all. Thank you. We're going to move on to some other thing that's popping off over here because that one's just a little... Here we are again. It's a different... How did we do that? Where did all that stuff go? What happened? This is still Tailcoin. Oh, that was total 3. That's right. This is Tailcoin. This is where I thought we were anyway. So we getting ready to see something going up on these altcoins? They starting to look. Are there some of them? Might be just be some of them trying to do something right. You remember Decred? We looked at that. I've been in that one since it was $12 or whatnot. I got 2 bags filled up. One for playing with and one for holding on to. Or if you hold on to it, are you playing with it? No, just holding it. Just holding on to one bag. But I am playing with another one. And I'm looking for this $51 target over here. It sounds crazy right now, but you know, probably so did 39 at some point. So it was 65, but gosh darn it, we got to wick up there to 69. You went to $69? Really? I mean for real. I'm not making this up. You can't make this up. I mean, it's for real. Only you know the market makers are just like. I'm just saying. It can't all be just an automatic AI computer. There's somebody there saying. I know they're like in some boardroom, you know. Dude, man, hey, man, I know where we can take. I know the target, dude. 69. Yeah, dude. 60. Dude, we're gonna run up to 69 and dump on their asses, dude. All right. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I have to pay for the lawyer. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Crypto cowboys, moon or alimony bags. Subscribe to Road Dawg Crypto now. Like or bear eats you. Better call Road Dawg.
All right. Well, okay. That obligation's full. Filled. We're losing people. We've been going for an hour. It's about time to end the stream. Anyway. Here we go. Nice little breakout. Looking for that retest that $40 area, which looks like a given from here. Very interested to see it come up and tap this area over here. We do have some notable other targets that I wouldn't want to miss out on, and that's accomplished by pulling the Fibonacci from the swing all down to this first little swing low right here. This one right here. See that $39, $40 area? Yeah, that was our first one. See 52. It also lines up. Yeah, we got some double dipping. We get with beautiful targets there. And the 886/other 236 fib area 65. Just trust me on these targets. They're going to be very interesting for DCR. Decredio. 21 million in circulation supply, right? Or total supply. 14 people hanging out. Thank you so much. Let me come back to the chat. Jim Derringer, if he ever comes back to chat, I highly suggest checking the weekly uptrend on Bitcoin's logarithmic chart. You know, I haven't looked at the log chart. Let's take a look at... Can I get a clean chart? Can I get a clean chart? Apparently, I can't get a clean chart. What's all this? Is this erasable? Everything is erasable. I feel like we've been looking at this one recently. I feel like it's also below all those targets, so I would say erase you. We were looking on, I believe it's the weekly. Correctamundo. Weekly uptrend on the log chart. Well, okay. Let's check out the log chart. So the difference between log and, I guess... What is the regular way? The manual way? I feel like I'm losing everything over here. The analog way? Is that what we're looking at? Well, used to, I would always bitch about here it being a little. Here we go. There we are. There's the log. Got to switch it over here. Now, you don't want to be on log if you're doing pattern trading, which we do, taking measure moves and things like that. Well, this is not the chart that the setting that you want for your chart. But yeah, I haven't. Look at you on Bitcoin. She's been slowly rolling over the past few cycles, right? Showing some exhaustion here overall as it gets more and more around $100,000. Not as many people are wanting to buy it there as they did when it was, believe it or not, $3. Isn't that crazy? And over here where it was hanging around $400, I remember the $200 and $400 days. And jeez, dumbass. Anyway, I'm just saying. Apply a few little chart rules here, though. That's nice. That's a nice little. See how that trend line went, and then that ended up being nailing the top there. That's. Yeah, you get some things out of these trend line ideas. Here was our next one right here. Crazy from this one down here when we were what? Oh, when we were down at what? $1.92. Oh, that's cool. It also got a little something right there. That would have been a nice one to help. I haven't done this. This is insightful. Just doing what I'm doing right here. Let me see if I can get my trend line back there. And yeah, we lost that. For what we were trying to have there. Here on the weekly, I mean, in the same moving averages are applying over here. We're still flirting with losing that 50. We might still be in the good graces of it. Now, this trend line was broken here, but it's not the first time. It's been broken over here and over here for this one that I've drawn here. Well, let's try the trend line from a different perspective. Since we got all these deviations going on, let's go back to the rules of operation here. So we go from the second touch here, and then we start tracking. Crazy how that also gives you their highs over there too, right? And let's cut through that and see what we got. Candle bodies? Well, you cut through there. And all those are going to leave. So if we're looking for local trend lines, that might be what people are actually seeing when we come down to 15,000. Look where the trend line for this cycle here. I got that we're just right on it right there, just right touching it. So looking at it, just this trend line here, I wouldn't want to lose that. Elliot, let's see what you think here, Elliot. I'm curious. Really? That's very interesting, bigger picture wise, Elliot. Okay, let me explain what, Elliot, you're tripping your balls off. What kind of 1-2 is that? I mean, I hope that's cool. That could definitely point the picture for Bitcoin going to millions of dollars if your little ideas. Yeah, I'm not buying it, Elliot. I'm not buying it. Let me come down smaller. Oh, you still got this little thing going on over here. You got some crazy ass 1-2s, Elliot. I'm just saying. I'm not agreeing with Elliot on that. But that's cool if it plays out. What that is saying, this whole market that we had since 50,000. Were you just saying this on the bigger time frame too? Okay, no. That's just a drop in the bucket. Come back from this, and then we get the real move. And I'm like, well, man, you're already trying to go past cycles and everything here. Okay, so what I can see with trend lines is that we've got wick to bodies to wick to wick. where we are currently. So testing that trend line here on the logarithmic. And when I come to the smaller time frame, like the daily, what are we looking like? We're just hanging in space. That sucks. But we still at that 618 Fibonacci and Bama trend line. To me, that's bullish. It's worth looking at. That's actually kind of bullish. All right, let's compare that to my goodness, was this it? Let's pull our fibs out again for the big O move. So we're looking for the big Luna high, and what the hell? Notice how much gaps there is on the logarithmic over here between these areas. How it's kind of stretches one part and shrinks another one. It's to scale. It's a different thing. So we still got Lucy hanging out here at 84,000. So 84 is still on the table, but that's a nice little argument to keep track of on the logarithmic, that we are, you know, it's an argument that we still got an area of support to have. And it's a pretty decent little, that's a nice little channel actually. Take that as the outlier. That's a nice channel. And if we go back to the top of the channel, oh my gosh, that would be the $200,000 target, wouldn't it? Do I have an extension that carries into that one? Yeah, right here. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't normally look at log, but actually I'm seeing some insightful things over here on logarithmic. All right. Well, so we're still back here at those two arguments, man. We're at an area where this might be the fake out, or we're going to continue down to 84 and hopefully bounce there. However, the 84, breaking the trend line and going down to 84, that starts, especially Q4, man. That gets us into, well, you got to have the argument. If we're breaking the channel, you got to have the argument, well, what if we meet the measured move of it, or somewhere, you know, even somewhere close to it, 50,000. We don't want to see that. That just throws a wrench in the whole plan of everything. So, kind of important that we see something happen here soon. I was hoping something would happen, I think, around the $98,000 area. My idea got validated there. But when we start coming down to the smaller time frames, the 4 hours, you can see that we got respect. The trend line itself and the 618, so we can make that argument. And we can also make the argument over here from this swing low to that swing high. We went to a 1618. Just for this move from 99, where we went up to 107, it's telling us that 94 should be kind of where it kind of wants to pivot and go the other way. It went full on 1618 on us. So there's a lot of things telling me that the support area where we're at now is a nice one to look at. And kind of leading what we're talking about tonight, we'd be coming back up whether it's for a bearish retest or not. That's why the $100,000 area is very important. Very, very important for us, darling. I want to do our new little pull down here. So notice the 236 Fibonacci now. It just has this magical way of catching that just gorgeous support resistance. Beautiful. Why eyeball it when you got a 236? Boom. So I would expect us to come up and bump our head there at 99.5. And we need to come up and get 107. We need to get past 107. We need to come up here actually to 113, 111. Oh my gosh. Are you getting bullish now? Are you going to flip-flop for us? I thought you were trying to short it. And there could be a short opportunity up here at 9 if we don't get past up there. Swing hard to swing low. Tell me where my target should go. 382. And then here's our little special one. Our little special. I got to differentiate it over here. I got to make it my dash line. I'll go with that dash line on that one. So I want to see what happens right here between these two guys. That's very important. Are we trying to come back down here to these areas, or at worst, 1618 area down here about 84. Give us some confidence with that bigger idea. Or can this magical trend line here, which is also identified on the logarithmic chart, play out for us? I want to know. I'm going to take the log off and let's see how it lines up. When you take it off, here's what happens with that chart, man. Let's zoom out. Where'd the line go? It looks crazy AF. It don't look like anything like what we drew. I mean, it's got something going on for it, but that's how different it looks when you switch from logarithmic over to oh, you know what, we'll give it back. There we go. There was logarithmic, not log. On log, not log. And the reason why you would want to use log, as I understand it, is that when you have an asset that gets into bigger numbers, such as like Bitcoin, well, it's scaling that information and it'll be accurate that way. But as you can tell, as a pattern trader, it's not anything that I look at routinely at all. This is probably the first time I looked at it in years, but it's been insightful. It's been insightful, I gotta say, for that trend line idea. Because that fits a little bit different from. Well, I mean, we saw a trend line that's flirting with being broken over here, right? On the not log. Are you log or not log? Oh, we still got one, but it's not as clean and precise as a channel on the log. In the logarithmic, we're in the channel. Well, I guess we still are here, but a much more overall fully defined one. Oh, Junior, only when I have my right hand busy. What are we talking about here? My crypto is in the emergency room. It feels that way for a lot of people. Hope Bitcoin doesn't F around and rips through all the resistance and hits 108 or 112 and just hangs out for a while. That would be cool. 2022 bottom has an interesting logarithmic uptrend. I think that's what we looked at, right? That whole trend, right? The only reason I suggest that is that hedge firms are like using log to gauge returns both up and down. That is good to see. See that? I'm trying to give you the clap, Jim, but it's not clapping. Oh, there we go. You missed like 544 chats. Yeah, sometimes the chats do get away from me in there. What? Horace Miller says there's nothing below 94,000 on the Bitcoin heat map. Do I still have that? I think I got off of that. Liquidation heat map right here. And I gotta log in to get the one that I like. Liquidation heat map. This is 12 hour. Yeah, not much there. And we got some up above us. What was that going to about 97-ish? 96.8. Not seeing much down there. Just in this crazy little range. Probably a perfect little range to get people to make all their own decisions. Short the bottoms, long the tops. Get caught up. There's a few on the 48 hour down as far as about 90,000 and as far up as 101. According to this, on the 24 hour, we already ate into that liquidity down here at 95, and there's not really much of anything on it, just on the more of the 12 hour, so that'd be a little bit more recent, I would take it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, 17 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. The only way that this channel grows and develops and can stick around, what happened to you? Why are you there? Is if...
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
This market's on fire. Look at that. Oh, that's steamy. Look at that's Sean. We got no data over here. We saw it earlier. How you doing, Bitcoin? You still playing around? You did such a clever little fake out earlier before the show. It got me on some stop losses there for the little local. The local. I think we got it drawn over here, right? No, did you erase it, you little bear? Why? So here on the very small time frame, this is the 3-minute. Swing low to swing on. We need to buy, and it was at 618, and they came down and they swept the liquidity. That's the popular term for it right now. Sweep the liquidity. Sweep the liquidity. They came down and faked out, and that's 618. Trip my stop losses. I had some a little too tight there, and they got me. Oh, frickers! And now they're working on trying to do a breakout and stuff right now. Let's go ahead and take this whole bigger section in here. That's kind of bullish, actually. If it breaks up above that trend line, so if we can clear 96, that could get interesting. Still looking, as we said earlier, about this 97,000 RMB tested, and we need to see it get up to 100,000. Also needed to see it even get higher than that and hold it if we're going to be bullish. Symmetrical triangle type of shape happening here on the smaller time frames as we are in a much bigger shape, trying to make a local bottom and break to the upside to take 100 and only up to 104. That would be awesome. As the bullish look, this is the weekend when the money's not real that's in here because everybody else has been flushed out, tired, just got better things to look at. So I don't take the money, whatever's happening here, but it's a setup they're wanting to go with, try to entice people. Got to see what we do next week if we can get about 100,000 and maintain it to be bullish, or if that's a bearish retest place to open shorts. That's what we discussed earlier on the shorts. This show tonight, possible places to open up a short or go long if they can get past some certain areas. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We didn't look at a whole lot of altcoins. We looked at some of the important ones. Looked at Zash, looked at Zen, Zcash. That's about as far down as on my other list as we got down. Probably one to take a look at might be Aave. Especially taking a look at it against Bitcoin would be the way to go in my personal opinion. Are you trying to gain on Bitcoin because you needs to? Zoom out here to a 4-hour time frame. This is one I'm monitoring. We're watching this one to see if we get anything. They can gain on some Bitcoin here because I think she can. It's been but we ain't got what we're looking for yet, other than a breakout and retest idea right there for this trend line. So that's one reason I'm looking at it. And imagine this one just come up to some more target areas, 13, 25, 40% gains on the Bitcoin. If this one can keep this break to the upside, this retest and check here, might be worth looking at. Zcash has definitely been a good one. So trying to find some altcoins that are trying to perform good or got some good setups against Bitcoin, I think that's what I'm looking at right now. Come on, give me some bullets of emergence, make it happen. Guys, if I don't get to that end screen, I'm never going to make it. No, we've already added another 30 minutes onto our show on a Saturday night. That's crazy. There she is. I knew she was somewhere. Baby, where did you go? I thought you have not been with Elvis, have you? Jenny, were you with Elvis?
Woke to the charts, popping hard on overdrive. Promise fan the bag, said we level up live. Nice in the DM,
I don't know what to think.
Bought the hype on leverage, moon under command. Coffee hot, wife's vibe strong, kids dreaming big screens. Hype train full speed, chasing those crypto dreams. FOMO in the air, dips looking like buys. Red candles flashing, but
we got Jenny back on our regular screen. That's cool.
We waited for the moon, yeah, dip, but we rise up. Chasing echoes, now we flip the script tonight. FOMO to the wind, turn the dust to gold dust. Silence after crash, we crank the volume up. Moonshot energy, slipping, grab it tight. What's sinking the sand? We launching to the light. Rocket blast. Squad text by the dip. Now it's fire in the chat. Rain on the roof. Now there's gains coming back. Mom calls with the love. You got this, my star. Brothers laugh, turns hype. Told you go far. Screen glows with the green. Every candle's a flex. Futures in our hands. Next plays the apex. Built a castle from cold walls. Shook, but we stand. Silent screams turn them to anthems across the land. Eyes in the mirror spark. Kids laugh to the fuel. Fire never stalls. We break every rule. Not the bad is gone. It's the grind in our chest. What if turns to
I don't know what we're talking about over here. Y'all got crazy in chat.
We waited for the moon. Now we on the sky. Moonshot energy. Watch us multiply. Turn the dust to gold. Volume crank to the max. Silence after crash. We the comeback track.
That one's got so undervalued, I think. Lack of love for Adam. That's just one that seems like it should have a lot of promise. But we haven't seen it.
Retirement time, crypto retirement time, crypto retirement time, crypto.
Oh yeah, started with nothing, wallet bearing gold. Fiat grind faded, now I'm bold with gold. Charting like a star, moonshots every night. Solana flips dimensions, feeling out of sight. Bitcoin locked tight, cold fall so sweet. Definitely yield stacking, dancing to the beat. Blockchain's my stage, profits light the sky. Early exit calling, wave that 9 to 5 goodbye. Stack my size, retire me early. Oh, hip toe queens and kings, we're living worldly. No, moonshot dreams in my Rari, yeah. Hold tight, wells my party, let's play. Shimmer, blockchain vibes, freedom's a groove. Our life shines, watch us move. Stack my size, retire me early. Oh, hold tight, let's rule the day.
NFTs dropping fire, arch my golden throne. Bending mad cash, building dreams I own. All climb high, riding waves so fun. Caught on those stakes, pay futures mine to design. District clock mine free, living my way. Smart deals for me while I dance and play. Mimic what's the millions, dog like to see. Crypto's my rhythm.
Stack my size, retire me early. Oh, crypto queens and kings, we're living worldly. No, moonshot dreams in my Rari, yeah. Hold tight, wells my party, let's play. Shimmer, blockchain vibes, freedom's a groove. Our life shines, watch us move. Stack my size, retire me early. Oh, hold tight, let's rule the day. Runs my beat, stacking and shine. Decentralized life, every dream's mine.
Start it off, start it off, start it off.
Clean, no boss, just keys. Freedom's my sway. Crypto pop queens, we own the place. Stack my size, retire me early. Oh, crypto queens and kings, we're